Okay. Hang on one second. Okay. 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 Okay, I hope I'm on here and I hope I'm going to YouTube. So, how are you today, my fearless women? Okay, today I'm going to give you a little preempt into selling and selling techniques. And I need to keep it relatively short because it's very hard to upload when it's too big to file. But of course, in the meeting, we will discuss more of it. Okay, so Mary Kay would say, nothing happens until somebody sells something. So the first thing is you need to be sold on yourself and your products. Okay. So what do I mean by that? Okay. The word enthusiasm, the last letters of enthusiasm is IASM, which stands for I am sold on myself. Okay. So when you're excited about something, and in this situation, it's all about selling. Okay, and we're going to debunk some of the negative things about selling. So here's the thing, and I was writing down a lot of things. So first of all, when it comes to selling, we have to always assume the sale. Remember, we are not about attacking, we are about attracting people. And actually, selling to me is nothing more than serving somebody. It's serving somebody. It's finding a need and servicing people. So there are many ways of doing that. And I'm going to give you some tips, when it comes to selling. All right. So first of all, selling has to do with building a relationship with people. You have to believe that, number one, you have the best product there is. And if you don't believe that, I remember I used to tell my consultants, and I used to do it myself, go to the cosmetic counters, go try products and compare apples to apples, price factor, and everything else. And you're going to find that you're not going to find a better product, especially for the price point. Even the products that are like mega products. Okay. Selling is an attitude. And learning how to sell the sizzle is important. Now, what does that mean, sell the sizzle? Well, you can say, okay, for dinner tonight, I am going to give you a steak. Wow. How does that make you feel? Well, not bad. But what if I said, well, tonight I'm going to be making a juicy filet mignon that with a little butter sauce, mushrooms on the side. Would you like it medium rare, where the blood is just coming out of it? Or are you the well done type? Okay. What am I doing? I'm selling the sizzle of the products, of the meat. You know, imagine biting into it and the juice is coming out and it melting in your mouth. How delicious it's going to be. That's selling the sizzle. You also want to sell the benefits and the features of the product. So let's just say, for instance, you had a product like this. And this is another thing. When you show the products, you don't go like this. This is the product. You hold it like it's a piece of fine china. Okay? You value it. So this is our fabulous hydrating lotion that hydrates the skin up to 10 hours, fills each cell individually with water, so your skin feels soft, silky, and velvety. You only have to apply it once a day. So again, what am I doing is I'm selling the benefits and the features of the product. And I'm also selling the sizzle and how I'm holding and romancing the product. So, again, they used to say, get in front of the mirror. And if you can sell yourself, you can sell anybody. And that's true. I wasn't in sales. I am, you all know my story. I was very quiet, very shy. So selling was definitely not on my radar screen. But I do believe that, we don't, we're not born, sellers, or I believe we're born to be learners. I'm sorry. Learners are people that when you learn things, that determines the choices you make for future success. Okay. So selling is, again, mastering objections. Here's another thing. Mastering objections. Okay. Or overcoming them. Okay, when somebody gives you an objection, you have to understand what that means. It means that your job is to find the answer. It's like, I have a problem. Are you going to help me fix it? Is my lipstick doing that? Okay, so in other words, when you have an objection, so let's just say somebody says, I can't buy this product because I bought another product and I want to make sure I use that up first. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is they have a thing called feel, felt, found. Feel. You want to say, I know how you feel. Now, if you don't know how she feels, then don't say you know how she feels. Maybe you know somebody that felt the same way. So, but in this situation, I'm going to say, I know how you feel, Gloria, but I felt the same way when I first was introduced to Mary Kay. I had other things that I was using because I had problems with my skin. But I found that I wasn't getting the results I wanted. And so I figured, what did I have to lose by trying Mary Kay? Because they stood behind their products. And I also had a personal consultant to go with it. It's kind of like if, you went to the doctor and he said, okay, I'm going to put you on another medicine. And you say, well, you know what? I have a whole bottle of this other medicine that I've been using. So let me finish this one up before I start the new one. Really? Well, if you're not getting the best results, why would you do that? You wouldn't do that, right? So anyway, you want to use the feel, felt, found. You don't want to argue with people. You want to agree with people. I understand what you're saying. I felt that way. But I found that whatever, by waiting, I was delaying the results that I could be having and making me feel better or whatever that is. So feel, felt, found is very important in learning to overcome objections. Now, here's the other thing. We get very concerned about, oh, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want people to think that, this is all I am, is I'm going to push Mary Kay on them. Well, there's a difference. Okay. You want to have passion. And I'll give you, for instance, I remember when my kids were younger, and again, I'm talking a lot, so maybe I better not tell you the stories I'll tell you at the meeting. But in other words, I had a friend, we were sitting, my daughter used to dance, and the mothers used to wait, for the kids to finish dancing, whatever. And one of my friends, there was a new woman that got involved, new friend that was starting to dance. And I said to my friend, I'm going to go over to her and I'm going to welcome her. And, and my friend says, don't talk to her about Mary Kay, please. And I thought about it and I said to myself, and she actually put her hand like on my leg, like when I went to get up. And I just got up and I walked over to the new person. I says, well, welcome. I said, I understand your daughter is new to the group. It's a great group. Here's some of the mothers over here. We're very warm and welcoming. We're so glad to have you. And I also, if there's anything I can do for you, I also wanted to give you my card. I'm with Mary Kay. And if I could ever help you or pamper you. Well, she just stopped me and said, oh my gosh, I am so happy. We only moved here and I've been looking for a Mary Kay person and I didn't know how to find one. Now, and she's still a customer of mine. Could you imagine? Now, what if I chose to listen to my friend, who's still my friend, and not tell her? Okay. What would have happened? So there is nothing wrong with being passionate about what you do. Being pushy is when you keep, like forcing yourself on somebody. Well, they should have this and they should have that. When you find yourself that you're trying to convince somebody, and you have to use your discernment, when you feel like that, that's the time to back off. That's the time where you became one of those gnats that are annoying, you're just like annoying. You know how gnats are, they're like, okay, just kind of get away from me kind of deal. So anyway, that's a little bit about that. When it comes to selling, realize that every strike gets you closer to a home run, and that's by Babe Ruth. Okay, so you need to always have a goal. And I say that, a daily goal. We always say focus on $100 a day minimum and post them. There's a reason. It gives you something to focus on so that you can plan and say, okay, today I'm going to walk around. Well, now we should be all carrying our baskets around, with gifts in it. But, carrying products, carrying mascara, carrying the product for the week, product for the day, whatever you'd like to do, get a theme. Have a weekly goal. And again, have a goal so that you can deduct every time you sell something. It's so exciting to watch that number go down. To me, it's like, wow, look at this is awesome. It just motivates you to want to do more. Stay close to the product, carry the products. I know we're in the virtual world right now, but even if you're doing a virtual, show the products. Don't just like, yes, we have TimeWise 3D and it delivers and delays and defends. And no, get that product up there. Show the beautiful packaging. Feel, romance it. Okay. So stay close to the products. When you're out, always have products, always have samples with you. I always would introduce myself with either a lipstick sample or a hand cream sample, and make sure on the samples, like that you have either attached your business card or there's little reorder labels that go on, the product. So, and give them out. It's a great introduction. If I was in the stores prior to this, you've been so nice, I'd like to offer you a gift. I'm with Mary Kay. Enjoy this. And you don't even have to say any more. Your label's on there. It's like a door opener. Okay. So that's some of the things you can do. If you go to a doctor's office or whatever, ask questions. Our job is to ask questions. It's to find out what is it that they might be needing. It's not your agenda of, okay, today I'm going to be selling her, body care. Well, maybe she's not interested in body care, but you know what? She has terrible dry lips, or her lipstick doesn't stay on. Excuse me. Okay, so ask questions. So, Gloria, if you had any specific needs about your face or about your skin or about your body or about your makeup, what would they be? You're helping to discover how you can serve her. Okay, that's the art of selling. Upsell. That sounds like a terrible word, but it's really not. Upselling is nothing more than, if you're selling a lipstick, have you thought about using a lip liner with that? And have you exfoliated before that? So you would talk about every product that is related to that product. And you might say, I have other clients that found that when they use this lipstick, they like to use a gloss with it. Always asking questions to find out. And when they say, well, I'll take a lipstick or whatever they're saying, always say, and what else? And what else? Don't just, okay, ask, and what else would you like? Okay, so it opens conversation for more product sales. I want my customers on the whole line. And I know for lack of time, I'm not going to talk about different categories for your customers, but your customers are in different categories. Your Class A customer is the one that's going to spend at least $1,000 with you a year, at least, and more. And then your B customers might only spend maybe, 300 to 1,000. And then your C customers might be those that order anything under 300. Okay. But your goal should always be to get them on more and more products. You don't want them using hodgepodge of things. That's like Sephora, very confusing. You want your customers to be Mary Kay through and through. They are sold on the products and they are sold on you because they know that you have a vested interest in what they're using. Okay. So, and that's one of the reasons, I've been in the National Sales Court every year and in the top 10, I think for the past, whatever, I don't even know, 30 years, maybe 35. Okay. So, and I'm not going to talk about customer service, but selling with the heart, the right heart, serving heart. Make sets, sell bundles, make sets, like things go together. Like I'm doing the protection package, or you could do the no filter package, where you want the person to have a flawless face without having to put a filter on the camera. Make people feel important. Okay. And again, that's acknowledging and asking the right questions for them. It should never feel like you're begging. Okay. If you feel like you have to beg somebody for something, yikes. No. That's not what you want. And this, you might think this doesn't have anything to do with selling, but one of the first things with selling is also the way you look. Are you wearing the products well? Are you dressed for the position that you want to have? Now, I know we're not walking around with suits on and things like that, but everything from here up, do you look successful? Okay. Do you look like somebody would say, oh, yeah, I see the products are working for her, or I see she's wearing the products very well, and she looks like a successful woman? That is very important because you want people to have confidence in you and your abilities and your knowledge. And if you sound and look like, I don't know, and you don't look like you're wearing anything, and Lord knows I see a lot of times on virtuals, a lot of you have nothing on your face. Oh my goodness. The first thing that you should do when you get up in the morning, other than pray and affirmations and quiet time and exercise and all those other things, but you should have your Mary Kay face on. This is what you sell. You should be not getting on a Zoom or going out the door without your Mary Kay face on. You have to sell yourself and sell your products. So you need to look the part at all times. And again, do you know enough about your client? And I'm just going to say this, if you believe in the repair set, which I absolutely love the repair set, and you're going to a client that, or potential customer that maybe is on a budget or is on food stamps or something. Okay, that's not really, and it's not that you're prejudging, but again, that's my heart. I don't believe, I like to know what my client's budget is or what she's able to do, because she might be able to buy that set once, but we all know that like the lifting ceremony lasts 4 to 6 weeks. So is she going to be able to redo that and any of the other products? So, okay. The other thing too is, of course, is our roll-up bag. And your roll-up bag, and here's a challenge. Your roll-up bag, of course, we're not out and about as much as we used to be, but we still use these online. You need to learn how to sell this. In other words, when we close the class and we'd be showing the bag, okay, like, oh my goodness, you hear that ripping apart? There's something sexy about Velcro ripping. I don't know. To me, it is. But okay, I don't have any products in this. I should have put one that does. But again, how are you selling this? Okay, wow, did you hear that? That sounds so amazing. And it hangs up. There's a hook on here. And look at the hearts. It just reminds you of sharing with heart and keeping all your products. Oh, there's that Velcro sound. And compartmentalizing all your products. So these are some of the things that we're going to talk about in training. But this is just a little taste of what selling is. And this is a selling season for sure. It's the holiday season. But whether it's the holiday season or any other season, people love to buy. They don't want to be sold to, but they love to buy. So always keep in mind when you're selling, here's the other thing. Make sure when you're telling them how much it is, you don't have to say it's dollars. Okay, remove the word dollars and say the amount lower. So in other words, you hear my voice quality right now. But if I was telling you the price, I got finished telling you about this hydrating lotion, I would say, and it's only $16. Soften it, lower, quieter. When you sell and you're with somebody, and that's why it's important that we, even on Zoom, that when you're ready to close them, you get below eye level. Anytime you're selling somebody, you get below eye level. You never want them to feel like you're overpowering them, that you're on top of them. So there's so many techniques and so many things that I can't wait to share with you, but I wanted to get on here and share some of these things so you would be prepared and have questions for me. So super sellers, and that's what we are. We're servant heart people looking to find the need and fill the need. Have a great day, everyone.